Mm. Mm. Hello, everybody. Hey, Margie. That's right, girl. You made it. Yay. Hi, everybody. Hey, Teresa. How you doing? Thanks for coming. So today's topic, guys. Oh, wait. Let me do my intro. Hi, this is T with T's tips, tricks, and takeaways. And today, I have some really important information. I mean, this is like some valuable information that everybody needs to know about. So get your pencils. Margie, get your pencils. Teresa, get your pencils. Because y'all need to write this down and share it with the world, right? Got to share it with the world. So I want to give a special thanks to all of you guys for actually viewing me and listening and giving me your great insight and your love. Sending me the private messages. It is really amazing, and I thank you so much for that. Okay, it's so greatly appreciated. If you have any topics that you want me to discuss, please put your comments in the bottom or send me a private message. I will be happy to go over those topics with you guys. It would be my pleasure. Oh, I just want to boast. I want to give a big shout out to T's Naturals. Got their shirts, they got our uniforms, and our uniforms, when we're going out there transforming lives, we want people to see us coming. So you got T's Naturals uniforms. I want to give a big shout out to Queensboro for making it happen in like this amount of time, and it came out pretty good. What do you guys think? I know you probably see it backwards, but I don't know, what do you think? T's Naturals looks pretty good. So I want to give them a great shout out. Also, I want you guys to, if you haven't done so already, go to Being Seen, which is my girl, Chef Nina. She's going to be doing a tour of her new kitchen that's going to be in Lake Park on Saturday. I will be there. Come out and have some fun with me. And there's supposed to be some vegan cookies, free vegan cookies. So just come out there and see Chef Nina do her thing and enjoy the awesome food that's going to be there. I'm going to be there, so you know it's going to be fun, right? Okay, so those are the little updates before we get started. Hey, Sonia, thanks for joining. So Sonia, go ahead and get your pen and paper because I want you to make sure that you actually be able to see, to write notes, because this is great, important information. A lot of stuff I got to go over. So give y'all a minute to do that. Yes. I don't know if have you seen her already, Margie? I mean, she's awesome. Chef Nina, she's a vegan chef. She does a lot of education. She teaches children on the different type of vegetables and how to cook it, and she gives a lot of important information when it comes to nutrition. Awesome lady. All right, so let's get started, guys, because I have a lot of stuff to go over with you. Oh, at the library? That's right. That is her. Yes, that's her. So come out with me on Saturday, and it's going to be right there in Lake Park. Come out there with me Saturday, Margie, and hey, we can probably have a good time. Maybe I'll do a live. Yeah, on Chef Nina. That would be cool if we do a live. So today's topic is, how's your sleep? How you sleeping? How are you guys sleeping? Okay, sleep is like so crucial, man. Seriously crucial. People don't know how critical it is for you to actually have this sleep. I mean, it affects your health, it affects your weight, it affects your energy level, and it's something that I am seriously working on because I have a problem of my mind just racing. And I always worry about what I gotta do the next day, what I didn't get done today. And it's just something that affects a lot of us. So I wanted to bring it to the attention of everybody to know how crucial sleep is. I got my notes here because I want to make sure you get all this information. Okay, guys? All right, so let's go. Let's have at it. All right, so do you know that too much sleep can affect you just as badly as too little bit of sleep? So if you get less sleep, it can affect you just as much as, getting too much sleep, which is really scary, right? Because you think you're getting enough and then you get too much. Well, how much is enough, right? How much is enough? So, it affects your eating habits, and then the quality of sleep. This is a whole big thing. So you get too much sleep, that's bad. You get too little bit of sleep, that's bad. And then the quality of your sleep is what's important too. And we're going to go over all of that information so you can know how sleep is affecting you. It affects you, it affects your children. It affects everybody everybody that's alive, I guess, right? All mammals. So if anybody that you care about, share this information with them. Hey, Teresa, thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm gonna just let you know a little bit. A lot of people, we eat and then you fall asleep and you wonder why you can't sleep, right? And you wake up and you're tired and you're like, well, I went to sleep early, but I still feel tired. So you thought you got enough sleep, but you wake up and you're still tired. And you're wondering, why are you still tired when you may have gotten like 8 hours of sleep? Okay, so I'm gonna just have you guys walk with me. Just walk with me through this scenario, right? All right, so I'm just gonna throw my daughter's name out there. It's not about her, but I'm just gonna throw her name out there. So Tamara gets off from work at about 7:30, and she gets home, and she's like, okay, well, I'm off from work, and she drives home. So by the time she drives home, it's 8 o'clock already, right? So when she gets home, she takes off her clothes, she takes her shower, and now it's time for her to actually cook something and prepare a meal. So she goes in her kitchen and she's preparing herself a meal. So she goes and she prepares herself a meal. And by the time that's finished, it's already 9 o'clock, right? Now, she's already exhausted, so she eats, right? She consumes her food. And then, after she consumes her food, she's tired. She has to go and do this whole thing all over again, right? And this is the way our lives are. This is just the way life is. So, she's tired, she's exhausted, she got to do it all over again the next day. So guess what? She falls asleep. And when she falls asleep, her body hasn't digested anything, right? The food is still sitting there. So the body is working and it's chugging because it's trying to digest that food that she just put in there. But she's tired, so she's going to lay down and she's going to go to sleep. So she's tossing and she's turning and she's turning and she's tossing. And her body, she's got heartburn, right? She has heartburn because she ate and she laid on it. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining. She ate and she laid on it, so she has all kind of heartburn and the food is still sitting on her chest. All right, so just walk with me here. I'm just going through this scenario because I want you guys to actually understand this. The best way for you to understand it is through a story. So she has this on her chest. She has heartburn. She's tossing, she's turning, she's uncomfortable. And guess what? It's time for her to get up. So by 4:30 or so, she really falls asleep. Right? She actually falls asleep. Why she falls asleep? Because the food has finished digesting. The body has finished working overtime. Took its hard hat off. So the body is finished working overtime. Oh, my daughter-in-law is here. Hey, Terry. Kisses to you, baby. So now she gets up in the morning. She got her 8 hours in. 7 o'clock, she's ready to do it all over again, and she's exhausted. So what do you think that she could have done any better? Anybody have any ideas what she could have done any better, done any differently than what she actually done? She got off from work at 7 o'clock. By the time she got home, it's 8 o'clock. By the time she finished preparing a meal, it's 9 o'clock. She ate her food. She's tired. She has to get in some sleep, right? So by the time she goes to sleep, it's already 10 o'clock and she has to sleep. What does she do? What would you have done any differently than that? And that's the way our lives go. Our lives actually just go like that. We go to work, we do 7 hours, 7 to 7 hours, or was that 10 hours? And there's no time for anything else because we're working. Now we have to take accountability for our actions. And I know I'm going to get beat on my head, and people are going to be really, good idea, right, Margie? Good idea. People are going to be beating me on my head because of what I'm going to say, but hey, it has to be said, right? Some things hurt a little for you to wake up. So Margie hit it on the head. Have dinner prepared. We have to be accountable for what we do, right? We have to be accountable for our health. If things are important to us, when it's important to us, we're on it. We're on it because it's important to us, right? Like that job is important. She'll be there at that job. Tamara's going to be at that job at 7 o'clock. She's not going to leave until after 7. She may even do overtime because that job is important to her. So do we take our sleep seriously? Nope. Americans do not take sleep seriously. Europeans do. They know how important it is. Americans do not take sleep seriously. And it is so crucial for our health. And okay, what do you say, Teresa? Packed her dinner and eat it at work. Good idea. Very good idea. We show people how you can actually take a whole meal to work, and you can put it in a mason jar. You can put it in a mason jar. We show people how to actually do that. We have events. They're free events just to educate people to have a good time and to be healthy. You can pack yourself a salad, put it in there, and take it with you to work. Easy peasy, right? But we don't take our sleep very seriously. So now I'm going to give you a little bit of facts, okay? Just a little bit of facts about sleep. That's right. That's right. It's the truth. When something is important to us, we're on it. We are on it. All right, so here we go. So here's a little bit of sleep facts. Okay, sleep is important for our health. It's important for our weight, and it's important for our energy, right? It's like crucial for those 3 things. Crucial. But we still don't take it that serious, right? And I'm one of them. Believe me, I'm one of them. Bad T, bad girl. Ooh, bad girl. Because I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I will stay up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to get a project done. Sometimes I just get consumed, and that's just the way it is. But we have to take accountability. Like, I'm taking accountability because I know I'm not perfect. We have to take accountability. So if I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, it's my fault because I'm not sleeping. Okay, so here's another one. Poor eating habits. Poor eating habits slows down your metabolism. So if you're gonna go to sleep on something, right? Nobody actually mentioned that, but if you're gonna go to sleep and you know you have to wake up the next day and do it all over again and it's late, you need to give your body something that it can digest right away. And who can name something that your body can actually digest right away, quickly, that is not going to have you tossing and turning and give you heartburn all night? There is the one thing that I do if I miss a meal and I cannot make it to dinner, water don't fill you up though, but water is good too. That's right, Teresa, you got it. Teresa, you hit it on the head. A smoothie. You can have yourself a smoothie, or you can have juice. If you juice, you have that in the refrigerator. You can consume a big thing like this or some juice that give you your nutrition, and you don't have to worry about your body tossing and turning all night. That's right, a healthy smoothie. Hey, Bella, thanks for joining. That's right, juicing. Excellent, excellent. So those are the things that Tamara could have made a better choice. Instead of preparing a meal, which she's probably been hungry, she's probably been thinking about that chicken leg all day and that rice and beans, and she's just been thinking about it, and she want to have it, and we want it now. And when we want something, we know we want something. That's just the way it is. We want it now, right? So we just have to make better choices, right? And better choices comes with discipline. It just comes with discipline, right? Okay, so eating and going right to sleep slows down your metabolism. Once your metabolism has slowed down, it is like hectic, or it's hell, I should say, to get it to come back up. All right? So eating late at night, and nutrition plays a big role on the quality of sleep that you have. All right? Now, the reason nutrition play a big role on the quality of sleep that you have, because if you eat junk food, All right, hear me clearly. If you eat junk food, if you eat processed foods, when you go to sleep, your body is trying to process something that it cannot even process. It can't process it. So it sends a chemical imbalance into your body and slows down your metabolism, and it affects a lot of different things that goes on in your body, and especially with your brain, right? Processed foods, your body can't digest it. It sends these different signals to us because our bodies are trying to figure out, like, what is this? What did she actually eat? Okay, what did she eat? And what am I gonna do with it since I already figured out after I digest it, I don't have any nutrients in it to fuel me, right? So what am I gonna do, right? So the body sends all these different triggers to our bodies, and it affects our subconscious. It affects how we actually have clarity. It affects a lot of different things, especially when it comes to your mind, right? So if you want mental clarity and you want to not have that fog, lay off the processed foods, guy. Okay, now there's 3 stages of sleep. Write this down if you have the pen and a pencil. Really important. There's 3 stages of sleep. There's light sleep, where you're like kind of in between, and then there's deep sleep when you're out. You're out and you just can't wake you. You don't wake up right away. And then there's REM sleep. All right. Now I'm going to tell you the difference between those sleeps, the different type of sleep. When I say REM sleep, REM sleep is rapid eye motion or something like that. Movement, rapid eye movement. That's what REM sleep is. And I read, hey Cynthia, thanks for joining. I read somewhere that that during your REM sleep is when your mind is actually purging. So like your computer has a download system, when you're between deep sleep and REM sleep, that's when your mind is actually purging. You're downloading all that information. So our brain is computing all that information. So imagine if you have on top of that sleep, the body is already trying to do its job by sleeping, and then you go and load it up with some type of junk food, right? Some processed food, some potato chips, something, whatever. All right. So that light sleep is like in between. You can be easily woke up, kind of like when a mother has a baby and the baby's in the other room. I know these day and age, you'll have these little monitors you put on there, and you have a monitor, and the monitor will, alert you when the baby's woke up, right? But back in my day, there was no monitor. So you just had to have you just made sure that you was in a light sleep all the time. Talk about sleep deprivation, right? So you made sure that you was in a light sleep all the time, just to make sure you hear that baby when the baby wakes up. So that's what that light sleep is, right? Then you have the deep sleep. That's when the magic happens, okay? Deep sleep is when all the magic happens, right? So the body is actually repairing itself when you have that deep sleep. You need to have between an hour of deep sleep. So you have to have an hour of deep sleep and about a good hour of REM sleep for you to wake up feeling refreshed. All right, now something to think about. That's something to think about because most of us don't get it. I know I don't. So most of us don't really get it, right? So your memory in that deep sleep, this is what has actually happened, right? And I wrote this down because I want to make sure you guys know what happens when deep sleep hits. So when you see somebody sleeping, don't be waking them up. Don't do that. That ain't right. Don't do that. Don't wake them up. You see somebody in a deep sleep, let the people get their rest, okay? You hear me, Cynthia? Let them people get their rest. Don't be waking them up, okay? All right. So this is what deep sleep does. This is when the magic happens. Deep sleep helps the body to repair itself. That's when the body is repairing itself. So if you ever heard of someone say, hey, if you're not feeling really well, make sure you get your rest. You have a cold, you have a fever, make sure you get your rest. You're not feeling good, make sure you get your rest. You get your rest because the body is working and it's repairing itself, guys. That's the reason why people say that. It actually works, okay? It's just not someone treating sweet to you. It works, okay? Now your memory is being downloaded. It's all being stored. So everything that happened yesterday is being downloaded so that you can remember what happened. Okay? A big sign of sleep deprivation is memory loss. Okay? You can't remember what happened yesterday. That's probably why I can't remember what happened yesterday, because I have that problem. Right? So, big problem with that. But we all are a work in progress. As long as we educate ourselves, we will know and do better, right? Okay, so all right, here's another thing. Your immune system. Your immune system has a big job. This is supposed to keep you from having diseases, from getting sick, to walking, you know, I mean, because your immune system keeps you strong. If you get a cut, or someone sneeze, or you're around kids like my girl Cynthia here, she's around kids all the time. If her immune system is not up there, she's gonna be sick all the time. Okay, so if she doesn't get her sleep, yes, you know I love my sleep, that's right. If she doesn't get her sleep, her body is going to be ill and she's going to be affected. So she needs to have her sleep. Not only does she have to eat good, take care of herself, she has to get her sleep, right? So those are the things that actually happen when you actually go through your deep sleep. All right. Now REM sleep. REM sleep is a part that I keep missing all the time. That REM sleep just keep missing me. Dreams. I don't remember a dream. I don't remember dreaming. But REM sleep is when the eyes are going like this. I don't know if you can see that, right, guys? And it's going really, really fast. That's when you're dreaming. You have a dream. And those dreams happen because your subconscious is just taking over. I don't even know. I don't even think that the people for the sleep actually knows why they happen. People believe in analyzing dreams. I believe that too. I'm kind of like that because I don't have any dreams. I can't remember them. And when I do remember them, I write them down. If you take nothing from this today, when you have a dream, write them down. Okay? And then review it afterwards. Very important. I'll tell you about that in another segment. Okay? So the REM sleep and your dreams have a lot to do with your mood, right? So if you just like when you, okay, say you wake up and you're grouchy, right? Yeah, we do interpret our dreams. That's right. Caribbean people be interpreting their dreams. We interpret everything. So, the medication, right? That's so true. That is so true. Vela says that she dreams a lot and she thinks it has a lot to do with her medication, right? I'm dying to know more about dreams. This is not a segment about dreams, Michelle. This is a segment about sleep, okay? We'll talk about dreams another time. Even buy our lottos from the dreams. Look at that. I mean, people actually take dreams really, really seriously. You know, I know you say, oh, well, you dream fish, someone's pregnant. Or you dream water, or I don't know, all kind of different things. But anyway, back to what we were talking about here. So, your mood has a lot to affects when you have your REM sleep. So if you don't get enough REM sleep, you might wake up grouchy. Sometimes people, you haven't got enough sleep. You're tired. You're exhausted. So, I mean, this is really, it happens to me all the time. I can't stand somebody to wake me up in the morning. Don't wake me up. Let me wake up by myself. Don't wake me up. My kids will tell you, don't wake mommy up. Shh, shh, don't wake her up. Because she be grouchy, right? And if you ever notice, take a look at this. When your kids are grouchy and in a bad mood, you tell them, look, you need a nap. Go in the room and have a nap. And then they go in the room, they have a nap, and when they wake up, they're in a better mood. How about that? Right? So REM sleep is very important for your mood, right? When you wake up, you're in a good mood. So if you see somebody in REM sleep, let them sleep. Leave the people alone. Let them sleep. All right. So let's talk about some disorders. Now, I'm no expert. All of this information I'm getting is from doing my research and from dealing with myself, okay, and my personal experience, right? Hey, Monica, thanks for joining. So that's where I'm getting all my information, but I want to share my information with you because whatever I know, I want to share it with you guys, right? So disorders. Now there's a couple of disorders that are really, really out there that everybody actually know of. And there's some that nobody knows of as well. So sleep talking. My husband says I talk in my sleep. Now, everybody actually does it some point in their life, or something down a road or whatever. You'll talk in your sleep, or you'll mumble. You don't have to have a full conversation because you're sleeping, but you may mumble something, or you may, and in your dream, you're actually having a conversation. Sometimes you wake up and your throat is all dry. Well, this was happening to me. My throat is all dry, and you're kind of like wondering, like, why is my throat dry? And then my husband says, because you were talking in your sleep. Oh, okay, well, my thing is, well, did you record me? Did I say anything important? Right? No, he didn't even record it. I could have been saying the lotto tickets, right? Terry, I could have been screaming out the lotto numbers. Anyway, so that's what happens. That's a disorder. And then most of the time, this disorder, talking in your sleep, men and children are the ones that actually have this problem. Yeah, men and children are more so to have this type of sleep disorder than ladies. And I'm gonna let you know, ladies, we like to just keep our secrets really dark and deep, and we don't, not even sleep can bring it off of our tongue, okay? Even if we talk in our sleep, we ain't letting go any of our secrets. But men and children are prone for this. So listen to what's going on when your kids are bad. Just listen to them while they sleeping. They might let out some of them dirty secrets, okay? All right, sleepwalking. I haven't had the experience to actually deal with anybody with sleepwalking, but I did my research on it. And you know how they always say, don't wake the person up. Well, that's not true. You have to wake them up because they can harm themselves. They have no idea. When they're sleepwalking, they're actually in a deep REM sleep. Yeah, which is scary. And we have a paralyzing, when you go to sleep, you get this paralyzing effect on your body. That's why when you're sleeping and you're dreaming, you don't walk and talk and do those different things, because we have this thing going, this some type of paralyzing effect that keeps us stationary. Well, that's, hey, Trisha, you made it. Awesome. That's great. Ruby. Oh, girl, I miss you. So, now when somebody is sleepwalking, it's not working for them. So if you do not wake them up, they can hurt themselves because they are actually in a REM sleep and they are doing all these different functions. And a lot of people who sleepwalk are actually deprived. They're deprived of sleep. You know, when they say you have sleep deprivation, it's because you're not sleeping enough. Either you're not sleeping enough, or you're sleeping too much, or you have some kind of sleep issue, and you will have this type of issue with sleepwalking. I've never come across it, but it's something serious. So don't believe the hype, guys. Somebody's sleepwalking, wake them up. Okay, wake them up. All right, so those are the two disorders that are really out there that a lot of people are aware of. Okay, so I want you guys to know about that. Now, what can actually help us, right? What can help us? But before we get to the help, I want to talk to you guys about something that's seriously important, especially for us hardworking people like myself. Stress, right? Stress is the biggest thing that affects your sleep. And there's triggers and there's ways that you can know that you are stressed. I once had a doctor, friend of mine, real good friend of mine, and she told me, she says, T, you're under a lot of stress. It was years ago, like maybe 20 years ago. And she's like, because she was my primary doctor, and Chishelle, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. So she told me, she says, you know what, T, you're under a lot of stress. Can you tone down the stress a little bit, and then, you will feel better. Yeah, you see my face? So you know what I told her? I told her, look, I am a black woman with 3 kids, and I have a full-time job, and I'm a supervisor. There ain't no way I can tone down my stress. Okay? That's an impossible task. So, how do you know when you are stressed and it's affecting your sleep, guys? Let's get to it, right? So here's some clues on when you know you're stressed. Okay, you're unable to relax. That's half of us that's on here. You're unable to relax. You can't even sit down and watch a 30-minute program, right? You can't relax. You have trouble falling asleep. And, you know, it's just, there's a lot of different things that go on when you're stressed. So your mind just doesn't shut off. You know, it doesn't shut off. It just, it's like a freight train. It's like chugga, 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 choo, choo, chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Hey, Sonia, thanks for joining. You made it. Awesome. So it's kind of like the little engine that could, because it doesn't shut down. And I know a lot of professionals, men and women, go through this. We constantly, our brain is constantly going. People with creative minds actually do their best thinking and creativity is when there's time for them to sleep. The ideas start coming. So we have to be able to do something about that, right? I'm gonna tell you a little remedy that you can do, right? So your brain can't shut down. Another thing is your muscles are tight and tense. So you're all tense, right? You're all tense. And the way you can tell you're tense, you have tightness, you're tense, your neck, your shoulders, you have a headache, you have leg cramps, all of that stuff. All of that stuff will let you know that your body is stressed, okay? Your heart rate increase. If you can lay down in the bed quietly and hear your heartbeat rapidly, your body is under a lot of stress. Some of us, like I know my friend Vella, she can hear that. My friend Rick, they have heart troubles. They can hear that. Their body is their heart is under a lot of stress. Okay. Now, when your body is under a lot of stress, it releases cortisol, right? It releases cortisol, and this is something that we want to stay away from as women, because cortisol is that stuff that gives us that extra belly fat, right? So you want to stay away from that. It increases the fat cells in your body, so you want to try and stay away from that. Great way that you can actually balance off that cortisol is by exercising. So exercising will actually send those endorphins, those happy endorphins, to get rid of those bad endorphins. So they're gonna have to attack each other, right? So the more stress you're under, I guess you should exercise. But then here comes the free radicals, and what do? That's where nutrition comes in, guys. That's where nutrition comes in. Because you're stressed because of your job and your kids and your family and all that stuff, and then you're exercising because you got to work out to balance off all of the other stress that you're having, and you got to make sure you're a happy person. But you're not getting enough nutrition. So free radicals flip in, and even though you're exercising like crazy and you're not getting the right nutrition, guess what happens? You fall. You fall. All right. So some things that you can actually do when you're stressed is exercise. Meditate. Meditation is excellent. Excellent. If you have not started doing that, please do that, because you have to free your mind. If you're going to exercise your body, exercise your mind too. Okay? Free it up as well. Okay? Chanting. You will not believe how relaxing chanting is. People go way back and they start talking about, that's right, listening to music. Yeah. So chanting is really good on relaxing your body. Humming, my daughter's the one who actually told me about that. She studied Buddhism for a while, and chanting is really a great way to relax, right? A warm bath, right? A nice warm bath. Or you can do some breathing exercising. If you do some breathing exercising, inhale, 1, 2, 3, make sure you open up those lungs when you inhale, and then you exhale, 1, 2, 3, okay? And your exhale should be slower than your inhale. Breathing exercise is great. Half of America doesn't know how to breathe, but breathing is important because it brings the oxygen to your blood, okay? It helps those white blood cells do what it's supposed to do. All right. So I hope you guys wrote down those little bit of tips, all right? I hope all of that helps. Okay. So this one is for a real close friend of mine. I didn't see her jump on. Candles. It depends, Yvelle, about the candles. Some candles, I'm gonna give you some real good, better tips than those candles, but I know where you're going with that. Okay, give me a couple of minutes and I'm gonna get back to that. Okay, nightmares. A lot of us, there's some people who actually are prone for nightmares, and dreams actually come from your subconscious. Dreams, that's where dreams come from. Okay, it's a mind thing. That's what dreams are. So write this down. Write down your dreams. Okay, write down your dreams. If a dream is less scary when you already wrote it down. Somehow, I don't know how it works, but that's just the way it is. So if you have a nightmare and it's scary and you wake up and you remember it, write it down. Okay? Yeah. So stay away from processed foods, right? The chemicals inside of the processed foods will give you a chemical imbalance, and it will create some type of hormones that sends all these triggers and create nightmares. Okay? All right, don't eat late at night. Don't eat late at night. Have yourself a smoothie instead, right? Have a smoothie, have a juice, have water. Like my daughter-in-law said, have water, right? Try those things instead. And I know we're going past our time, but this is important information. I want to make sure you got all of this, okay? All right, so here are some tips. Okay, oh, this is really good. I want you guys to know what your pattern is, right? Okay, so your pattern is really important for you to know how you sleep and what's going on with your body, right? Now, I don't so much agree with this, but when I did my research, this is what they're saying. But this is not something that I so much agree with, okay, guys? But these are the patterns. So you have the very short sleepers, right? So they sleep like maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, not even, right? 3 to 4 hours, and they're good, right? And most of the time, people who actually sleep that short, they have a very poor diet. They don't drink enough water. They have very few carbs in their bodies, okay? And they're lacking fruits and vegetables, right? And these are people who actually sleep very short sleepers. So now you have the short sleepers, not the very short sleepers, but the short sleepers. Now the short sleepers will sleep between 5 and 6 hours every single night, right? So they eat too much calories. Sometimes I don't agree with that. But anyway, they eat too much calories and they have a shortage of vitamin C and selenium, right? They drink a little bit of water, right? And they eat more lucin. Lucin is, I know it was really big back in the days where they used to give you these things, vitamin for your eyes. And then they realized that too much of it actually damaged your eyes. But anyway, you get that from eating fruits and vegetables. So that's where you get that. But they say that the person is actually lacking in that. Okay, so you have the normal sleepers, which most people are normal except for me and Michelle. Normal sleepers sleep from between 7 and 8 hours. Hey, Cami, thanks for joining. And between 7 and 8 hours. So now, a person who sleeps between 7 and 8 hours, they get the right amount of nutrition. Okay, they actually get the right amount of nutrition inside of their body. They have the variety of the right diet. They get enough water in their system. Okay, they live a healthier lifestyle, right? So that's what's going on there with a normal sleeper. Now, the ones who are a long sleeper that sleeps between 9+ hours, they don't eat a balanced meal. They hardly eat anything to fuel their body. And most of them consume alcohol. This is what they're saying. I don't agree with everything they're saying. Some of this stuff makes sense and some of it doesn't. But that's what they're saying. Okay? So now I'm going to give you those tips. So if y'all have your pens handy, take down these tips. These tips are going to help you so that you can get a good night's sleep. That's you? Okay, that's you, girl. All right, so write this down. If you have your electronic devices like your cell phone or your iPad or your television, you should shut those off at least 20 minutes before you go to sleep. Something about the radioactive waves that actually affects your body and actually keeps your mind working. Okay, so shut it down 20 minutes before your bedtime, right? Meditation, which we already talked about, can help you a lot when it comes to sleeping. Having a glass of water, having water before you go to sleep, making sure your body is hydrated will help you to get a better night's sleep. Okay? Have some sex. Have sex before you go to sleep. Guess what? You get your exercise, you done burn some calories, and it puts you to sleep. Okay? Healthy act, right? It's like a no-brainer. Take a warm shower. Taking a shower, you know how you used to bathe your baby before you go to sleep? Well, taking a warm shower works the same way for grown-ups too. So before you go to sleep, take yourself a nice warm shower and it will help you to go to sleep. These are just some natural remedies that I wanted to share with you guys. A diffuser. So Vella, I wanted to tell you, instead of using a candle, because candles are wax or soy, and the fumes actually goes into your lungs. So that's why I say have a diffuser. If you have a diffuser, you can put some lavender in there, or some calamine oil, any of those things that can actually, even citrus, yeah. So mellow you out, right? My daughter loves frankincense. So use that. Those essential oils can actually relax a lot of sensors that's in your body, because believe it or not, people, aromatherapy works. It really works. Okay. All right. So what you can do to help nutrition wise, right? Write this down. This is important too. So what you can do nutrition wise, you can have, these are just some natural sleep aids. You can have golden milk. I think I did a demo on that. I might do that again. But you can have golden milk, which is turmeric milk. It will mellow you out, and it actually relieves inflammation, and it helps you to go to sleep and relax you at night. Okay? Calamine tea. Okay, really, really good tea. You can have that before you actually go to sleep. It's really delicious too. Cherries. Now, cherries are not in season right now, but I know you can actually get a bottle of organic cherry juice, and you can have a sip of that, because cherry juice actually has melatonin in it. I love cherries. I love cherries. So when it's in season, I just gobble them down. But if it's not in season, you can go and get some of that. You can have yourself a shot of that before you go to sleep, full of melatonin. All right. All right, almonds and spinach. Okay, so those are the things that you can actually do for sleep aids. Now, this is a no-no. This is a no-no. Write this down, guys. This is for you. No, no, no. Do not do this for sleep. Don't have caffeine before you go to sleep. Okay, if you know caffeine affects you in the morning and gives you a rush, don't go have a coffee before you go to sleep, because it's gonna mess up your sleep, right? Okay, spicy foods. If you want to toss and turn and do have a problem in the bathroom the next day, spicy foods. Now, I'm a Caribbean person, and I love spicy foods, okay? I can do my little spice, but there's a time and place for everything. So before you go to sleep, don't have spicy foods. Don't go over to my daughter-in-law's house and eat her curry goat, because it's gonna be spicy, okay? Just don't do it. Yeah, I'm talking to you, girl. I'm talking to you. So don't do it, all right? Greasy foods. If you want to be tossing and turning all night, don't have greasy foods at nighttime before you go to bed. A no-brainer, right? Processed snacks, sugary snacks. Yes, everybody wants to have dessert, but have your dessert at 6. Don't have your dessert 2 hours or an hour or something like that before you go to sleep. Don't have your sugary dessert. Don't have your processed foods when it's that time. When it's time to go to sleep, make your sleep important. It is critical for your health. Remember that if it's important to you, then you will prioritize it. And that's something that you have to prioritize, right? All right. So being sleepy, when you're really, really tired, it affects your body. It affects your appetite. You're hungry all the time. You could be just bored, but you're hungry all the time. It affects your food cravings. You're always craving some type of junk food. You want some type of salty, sugary snack because you're tired, right? Some type of starchy food. So keep in mind, if you're tired, it's going to affect your choices. All right. All right, so this is something that I'm going to be working on. I hope you guys can actually work on it as well if you have an issue. If I was able to help you in any kind of way and bring some type of enlighten to what goes on in your body, then I gave you a little bit of value. Just a little bit of value. Oh, stop it. So I give you a little bit of value. A great way that I actually bridge the gap between what I eat and what I don't eat and make sure my body gets that nutrition. If you guys don't know it, y'all know it now. I take Juice Plus. Juice Plus is concentrated fruits and vegetables in a capsule form, and that's what I take. And it bridges the gaps between what I eat and what I don't eat. So if you don't want to take Juice Plus, you need to consume the right foods to heal your body from the inside out. Okay? Do that. Now, I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight. If you missed, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you actually missed T's tips, tricks, and takeaways. No worries, guys. You can actually catch the recording on GVC Music Talk Radio. All right, I'm going to repeat that. You can catch that replay on GVC Music Talk Radio. All right, and you'll be able to actually hear that great info. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ruby. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's really important information. I hope I gave somebody some type of value today. All right. Also, we're going to be doing the Shred 10. I know there was a few people that want to add on to that Shred 10. We're going to be doing the Shred 10, which is going to be on the 30th of this month. So it's going to be the 30th to the 9th. So get yourself ready for that Shred 10 so we can get our bodies moving, get some muscles, and lose some weight, detox our bodies. Okay. Shred 10 and the detox is going to be happening on the 30th of this month. And next week's topic, guys, this one should hit home for a lot of us. Sugar. That's right, sugar. Sugar is going to be our next topic, and I'm going to tell you, why am I so sweet? Okay, so we're going to be talking about sugar. Sugar is something that a lot of us have a problem with, and it's very addicting. A lot of people don't know that, but it's extremely addicting. Yep, so we're going to talk about that next week. So I hope I gave somebody some value. Also, my Mindset Reset program right here. If you guys actually want to be a part of that teleclass, that is going to be happening soon, which we're joining that group. Oh, no, your sugar too sweet, Sonia. We're not talking about him. I'm glad you actually enjoy those events, Cynthia. I know we have a wine and wellness coming up. I don't know what date that is. If somebody remember what wine and wellness date that is, please put it in the comments so that people be aware of that. I think that's happening really soon. So if you want to sip some great wine, taste wine, and have a great conversation and learn about some wellness, like what we're doing here without the wine, unfortunately I have water, put that down there in the comments. You're so welcome. Thanks, Trisha, for joining. I hope I gave you guys some value, and I'm going to be signing off because I'm going to respect your time, and I appreciate all of you guys for showing up. Bye, guys.